I was looking for some analytics platforms that protected the user's privacy, and I eventually ended on Possible and Umami, and I picked up Umami. The biggest reason is that it's simple and has really good features. So you can go to Umami, check out the features, but mostly if you scroll down to the privacy area, you see it's really good on GDPR, CCPA, data anonymization, and data ownership. So I can still do the analytics without being privacy invasive. Also, the pricing is $20, but here's the catch. You can self-host this, which means you can spin up a server that's $4 or $6 and still like get way more usage than this one. So these were the two main selling points. So let's see how this entire thing works. Now, when I installed it on my server, pretty much you'll see something like this. So you need to link your Umami tracking code in your code. If you're using something like Cursor, Windsurf, or Cloud Code, this is going to be super easy. Now, let me just give you a brief intro on the layout. So you have visitors, the number of visitors who come to your site. The visits, a same visitor can visit multiple sites, so which is why this number is higher. And then the views are page views, and then the visit duration is the average visit duration. So right now, I have it set for 7 days. You can pick any of the other options here. You also have the left and right, so based on a month, like let's say this month, and if I go back 1 month, so you can scroll back and forth. You also have download button on each of these pages, so that will give you a downloadable CSV of the data that you see here. Also, in every page, you can click on the numbers. So you click on the legends here, and then you can enable or disable whatever you want to see here. Here, if you see, it's like I had like 112 views, 39 views, 81 views, so on. So you can hover your mouse and find the exact data. Also, you can go to edit if you want to add a new website. You can add it from here. So I don't have anything right now. You can toggle easily between dark and light modes, and you also can change the language. It supports quite a lot of languages. Now, this is the dashboard. Let's go into the details. Pretty much the same details you saw in the other pages, but if you scroll down, you can also see each individual page and their hits, their refers, the device's OS. This is all pretty much standard in all the analytics platforms. So if you click on more or on any of these, you'll come to a page with all the sections. So all of these more buttons lead to the same place, but just different sections. And in each of the sections, you can, let's say, filter, like let's say login, and you'll see this one here. So it's very easy to filter. Let's say if I want to go to countries and I want to see, hey, what's the traffic from, let's say Spain, right? So you get that. And this is just for 7 days, right? If I increase that to 90 days, then that goes up and the numbers reflect here and so on. Again, here you can toggle whatever you want to see. It's as simple as that. So this one has quite a few things. Events. So every time someone clicks a login button or a logout button or some other feature that I'm tracking in the code where I want to do some optimizations or something like that, you can add an event in your code and that will reflect here. So here, if you see, I want to see how many times someone clicked sign in button in the last maybe 7 days. Uh, s- so I'll see that create account, very few, obviously. Then search. Yeah, so many numbers. So it's easy to filter from here, and you can also add like multiple filters from here. So let's say I don't want any of these. I just want to know if someone clicked on, let's say, categories and report, and then you get the idea, right? So you can have multiple filters here and they'll show up. So it's very, very light. If you have noticed, the website is really fast. It doesn't load along, take a long time to load, and it works. So you come down here in the events page, you scroll down, you see a timeline of like what the recent events have been. So it's just like all the users. I don't find this that useful because once the traffic gets higher, these just keeps populating, so it doesn't really matter much. But the events are really good to figure out which of your features are used more and which ones less. And then you have the session section, which is like a timeline of how many users visited at what time of the day. So on Friday, 6 visitors here, 5 visitors here. If I click on that, sorry, it's not clickable right now. And if you scroll down for the last 7 days, I get to see like which users just dropped by. Let's say I want to see what this user from Brazil was doing. So I can go in and say, okay, this user landed directly on hot deals and then went to apps, whatever, did all this in like a couple of minutes, and then came back later this time, right? So which is like two visits. I'm guessing one from here and the other one is here. Six views, six page views, two events were triggered. If you see, notice the icon. This is the icon for the events, the lightning icon. So clicked on categories and visit duration was overall 56 seconds. That's pretty much it for this page. And then you go to real time. So right now there's no real time user. So what I'll do is like I'll go to my site, maybe click on something like books, and then come back in here, refresh. Oh, there you go. I didn't even have to refresh. So at 416, like there's one visitor, and this visitor is on apps. Like let's say I go back, uh, maybe click on Signal and click on Utilities and come back and refresh here. Here you'll see like what's happening in real time. You have had the event here, the views here, the visitor here, and so on. You can also filter this via these tabs here. And if you're in here, you can just search, let's say category. You get that. You get the idea. And the pages visited were this ones. So that's really good. So real-time views are shown very well. Compare is like how would you compare between the last 24 hours? Let's do the last 7 days. 7 days, because I shipped quite a bit in the last 7 days. So what's going to happen here is like I don't want all of these ones. I just want to know the views between this week and the last week. So this week timeline is July 22nd, which is the bar that you see here, which is the blue one. The purple dots are for the week just before. Like let's say this Saturday was the last previous Saturday, which is 29th of July versus the 22nd. Okay, so this is July 31st versus July 24th, August 1st versus, oops, yeah, I should have placed my mouse cursor exactly. That's July 25th versus August 1st and so on. So it seems like my traffic has increased between the last week and the week before. If I scroll down, you also see which pages have had increase in traffic. So some of these pages don't have traffic at all, and some of these have seen a decline. So that's a really good thing if you're having new features, you can really figure out have they had better traffic. And then if you're having some marketing campaigns, like are you getting better traffic from wherever you did your ran your marketing campaigns? And here it seems like Chrome is having high traffic, Safari is having high traffic, and devices, if I see my mobile devices are having high traffic, I know now that I need to optimize my pages for the mobile devices. And let's say countries, right? If you're having like more, if your if your server is in one country and then your traffic is from other countries, now you know how to spread your servers. So yeah, quite a lot of really good data in here from the comparison. And the reports, you can create a ton of reports. I see 8 of them here, but I found the user journey to be really good. I'll show you what it means. So when I click on view, you can, for the last 7 days, I'm just running the query. I had 93 visitors with 43 people landing on the homepage. So what did they do after landing on homepage? 7 of them went into the sign-in menu, and one or two of them like went into these options. So once they went into the sign-in menu, after login, they clicked on the sign in button again, which means there's some user confusion going on there, and then went to login again. So I'm not sure what's going on. So if you see that, they're just going back and forth. So this will give you a good user journey to see if some user is lost, how you need to categorize your pages or what flow they should have. I found this one to be really interesting. I haven't used much other analytics platforms much, so I don't know if they this feature is available there, but this is super, super nice and is good for me. Overall, Umami Analytics is very simple, very fast, and quite a no-nonsense solution. So here, instead of some steps, let's say I want to do three and just run the query, I just do three. So that's good too. And as always, on every page, I can download the report and pretty much be done with it. In settings, I can add some teams like different users if you want to add or give access to. So that's pretty much it. So Let me know what you think about this, and if you have any questions, feel free to add in the comments below.